One of the biggest questions I get asked is, how do I stay motivated? And I also get asked for tips on how to stay motivated. And the truth is, it is absolutely impossible to be motivated 100% of the time. So I'm going to give you the tips that I follow instead. Hello fam, and welcome to my channel. My name's Melissa Neal, and this channel is all about helping you, if you're a woman over 40 or like me over 50, get in amazing shape. And the key to all of this is being consistent over time, but it's really hard. I know that, because one of the things is fat loss and muscle building actually takes longer as you get older, and so staying motivated is just not the solution, because it is impossible. What I find the typical problems are lack of consistency. Is that you? Do you find you'll do something for a week or 2 weeks and 3 weeks, then you get fed up because you're hopping on the scale and not seeing results, so you just quit, don't you? You fall off, and then that's a pattern that is built up, and of course you can't see success when you do that, because you need to be consistent over time. Maybe it's lack of discipline. Comment below with any of these. Is it inconsistency? Is it lack of discipline? Are you finding it hard to stick to an eating regimen or a nutrition plan? Maybe, and I had this, you're just too damn tired. That is a biggie for women, especially around the time of menopause, and it is actually absolutely normal. Or maybe this is one of the most common things that I come across. You're not actually prioritizing your health. You're putting the needs of others in front of you. That can be such a big one for women that we don't do. We don't spend enough time focusing on ourselves and prioritizing ourselves. Do you believe you haven't got time, or maybe you believe you haven't got money? Comment below. So I'm sure there are other problems, but those are the most common problems where people feel then they lack motivation. But motivation is not going to solve any of those. So I'm going to go into the key 7 steps that you can take to actually build a consistent routine and get fantastic results, because this is the key to everything. You know, you can find a nutrition plan. I've got a free nutrition plan on my website. You can find a workout to follow, but it's actually delivering on that is the most important thing, and actually the most difficult thing, isn't it? Step number 1, set yourself some goals. Do you have a health goal? Maybe you've got poor health at the moment and you want to get it in check. Maybe you've got high blood pressure, something like type 2 diabetes or hypertension. So you've got a health goal you want to work towards. Maybe your health is good, but you just want to ensure that later in life, this is what I'm like, that I actually have mobility, flexibility, strength, and I'm going to live a great quality of life in my older age. Maybe that's your goal. Maybe you've got a dress or a pair of trousers that you want to fit into in the back of your closet. Maybe you want to look good naked. Make a note of that goal. Make a note of your really strong reason why you want to hit that goal. You know, you've got to have some really strong reasons. Maybe you want to be there for your family. Maybe you want to set a good example to your kids. Maybe you've got like a physical goal. I want to look good on the beach in a bikini. Whatever it is, I want to strip down naked in front of my partner without feeling embarrassed. Whatever it is, write it down, because if you write it down, it's far more powerful. Then I want you to take action right away. This isn't about motivation, it's about taking action. So once you've decided that you're going to do something, and you've done that by writing down those goals and your strong reason why, you need to take action. Maybe join a program. I run my own fitness and weight loss programs all inside my unique app for women over 40. So you can sign up for that and actually start the very next day or the same day. Don't put it off, because those are the kinds of things that hold you back from achieving success. And the quicker that you can take action, the better result you're going to get, and the more likely is you're going to stick to it. But if you put it off, so for example, if you sign up to one of my programs and then you go, oh, I'm just going to put that aside, I'm going to start next week, it's much less likely to happen. This is so powerful. Make yourself accountable to somebody. Maybe it's your best friend, maybe it's your partner, maybe it's a relative, but actually talk to them about what you're planning to do and when you're doing it. Maybe even sign up a contract with them. Now, I run coaching programs, so if you want me as your accountability partner, you can sign up for coaching with me, but you don't have to do that. If that's not in your budget, just find someone, or even someone that wants to go on the same journey as you. That is really powerful. Step 4 is habits. Habits are what drives all this. And I'm talking about good habits, not bad habits. It takes 60 days to form a habit on average. For some people it's quicker, some people it takes longer. So do bear that in mind. So between the time that you've started and you want to form the habit, it's going to require discipline, grit and discipline. So if you've got that accountability partner, if you've signed up for something that you really need to do, you've got to follow through with those promises. And you've got to deliver on those promises. So if you said to yourself, I'm going to work out 3 times a week and I'm going to cut out all of sugar from my nutrition, those are things that you then need to stick to for 60 days. So keep a calendar. Write down when you started and mark up in the calendar when you got to 60 days, because then it's an absolute habit and you've got it nailed. And after that, I can promise you it's going to get a whole lot easier, because when things are a habit, it's like getting up and cleaning your teeth in the morning. It's just not difficult anymore because you feel odd if you don't do it. So an example of that is I go for a walk first thing in the morning daily, and that's my daily habit. I don't miss it. Unless something, really serious has happened, or maybe I'm too sick to go, I'm going to go for that walk in the morning. And I don't need to think about it. I don't need to sort of play it out in my head, because I'm used to it. That's what I do when I get up in the morning. Step number 5, and I do this massively, is focus on the process. So although I talked about your goals, you need the goals in place, because then you need to know what the process is to achieve those goals. So the process is, I'm going to go to the gym or my home gym 3 times a week, whatever you've decided that's needed, 5 times a week. I'm going to prep up my meals ahead on Sunday so I've got the right food to eat when I go to work. Those are processes, and you want to focus on delivering on the process. So I use MyFitnessPal. When I'm in a phase where I want to make improvements to my body, I actually check off all my food on MyFitnessPal and make sure I've met my macros for the day. And that is a process. And if I'm not delivering on that process, I can't expect that I'm going to get to the end result. So that's far more important at this stage than worrying about the end result. It's actually focusing on the process. They're called process goals. Step number 6, and I talked about this earlier on, and it's a massive failure of women, and that is prioritizing. So, those people that said they don't have time, you do have time. It's a question of priorities. How do I know this? Because I was commuting for 3 hours a day during the time that I was competing in bodybuilding shows, which required a great deal of training, and it required a massive amount of meal prep, and I still got it done because I was prioritizing. So look at these priorities on this chart. You want to treat your health equal to your loved ones, your family, and your work and business commitments. That's how much I prioritized my health. And when I started to think of it like that, like a massive priority, up there in the 3 most important priorities, the results that I got from the effort that I was putting in, focusing on the processes, completely transformed. And so when we say we haven't got time, maybe you're thinking you haven't got the resources, you can work out really cheaply from home with a minimal amount of equipment, and you can actually use a lot of free stuff here on YouTube. And I actually have a free 7-day plan that you'll never be charged for, and you can keep it for life and use it a lot longer than 7 days. So there's all this free stuff available, and you can work out from home, even if your resources are really limited. So don't let that hold you back. It's a question of priorities, and if you make yourself a priority, you're going to make it happen because your mindset has completely shifted. The number 7 step, and this is the most powerful of them all, and I use this all the time, is visualization. Visualize almost like you can see it, touch it, smell it. Those goals, those strong reasons why we talked about on step 1, visualize your goals and your strong reasons why. So it's almost like you can smell it, you can touch it, you can taste it, you are living it now, what that experience is going to be like. What's your life going to be like when you're in this amazing new body? What experiences are you going to experience? How are people going to react to you? How is it going to impact on your work, your business, and how you're treated in your career? What kind of freedom is it going to give you? So, will it give you the freedom to do what you want? You can go on vacation. You can get undressed and look good naked in front of your partner. Dream and visualize and really make that a powerful image in your head, because visualizing it is part of seeing it and believing it. And if you can see it and you can believe it, you can achieve it. And motivation has got nothing to do with it.